December 24th, 1958. Christmas Eve. New York City, 21 Club Restaurant. Marilyn Monroe was having dinner when she saw a small face pressed against the window. A little girl, staring at the food, crying. What Marilyn did in the next 10 minutes created a moment that people still talk about 67 years later. December 24th, 1958. Christmas Eve. 7:30 p.m. New York City. Snow falling. Streets decorated with lights. Families rushing home with presents. The 21 Club, famous restaurant, 52nd Street, where celebrities, politicians, and wealthy people dined. Marilyn Monroe sat at table 14. She wasn't alone. Her friend photographer Sam Shaw was with her. But she felt alone. It was Christmas Eve, and she had nowhere to go. No family, no children, no husband, just a restaurant, and a friend trying to cheer her up. "Marilyn, you okay?" Sam asked. "Yeah," she lied. "Just, holidays." Sam understood. He'd known Marilyn for years, knew her sadness, her loneliness. They ordered food, talked, tried to be festive, but Marilyn's mind was elsewhere. Outside, snow kept falling. Carolers sang in the distance. Families walked past the window, laughing, holding hands, and Marilyn felt empty. Then she saw something. A small face, pressed against the restaurant window. A little girl, maybe 8 years old. Dirty face, torn coat, no gloves, staring inside. Not at Marilyn, at the food. The waiters walked past, carrying plates. Roast duck, lobster, desserts. The girl's eyes followed every plate. Marilyn stopped mid-sentence. "Sam, do you see that?" Sam looked. "See what?" "That little girl, at the window." The girl stood on her tiptoes, hands on the glass, breath fogging the window. And then Marilyn saw it. A tear, rolling down the girl's cheek. Something broke inside Marilyn, because she knew that face. She'd been that face. That little girl staring through windows, hungry, cold, alone. Norma Jean at the orphanage, watching families walk by, wondering what it felt like to belong. Marilyn stood up. "Where are you going?" Sam asked. "I'll be right back." She walked to the door, put on her coat, and stepped outside into the snow. What Marilyn Monroe did in the next 10 minutes would be witnessed by 40 people, and 67 years later, some of those witnesses would still cry telling the story. Marilyn stepped outside. The cold hit her immediately. Snow on her eyelashes, wind cutting through her coat. The little girl was still at the window. She didn't notice Marilyn approaching. Marilyn walked slowly, quietly, knelt down beside her. "Hi," Marilyn said softly. The girl jumped, scared, started to run. "Wait," Marilyn said gently. "I won't hurt you. I promise." The girl stopped, looked back, eyes wide, terrified. "What's your name?" Marilyn asked. The girl didn't answer, just stared. Marilyn noticed. The girl's shoes had holes. Her coat was too thin for this weather. Her hands were red from cold. "Are you hungry?" Marilyn asked. The girl's lip trembled. She nodded. "When did you last eat?" "Yesterday," the girl whispered. Her voice was tiny, broken. Marilyn's heart shattered. "Where's your family?" The girl looked down. "Don't have one. Nobody. My mom, she's gone. I don't know where." Marilyn closed her eyes, breathed, tried not to cry, because she knew this story. Abandoned child. No home, no food, just surviving. "What's your name, sweetheart?" Marilyn asked again, softer this time. "Lucy," the girl whispered. "Lucy, that's a beautiful name." Marilyn smiled. "My name is Marilyn." Lucy looked at her, really looked, and something in her eyes changed. Recognition. You're that movie lady." Marilyn laughed. "Yeah, I'm that movie lady. You're really pretty." Lucy said. "Thank you, honey. But you know what? You're really pretty too." Lucy shook her head. "No, I'm not. I'm dirty. Dirt washes off," Marilyn said. "But pretty, that's forever." Lucy almost smiled. Almost. Marilyn stood up, extended her hand. "Lucy, I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to say yes." Lucy looked at the hand, scared. "Will you come inside with me? Have dinner? It's Christmas Eve. Nobody should be alone on Christmas Eve." Lucy's eyes went wide. "Inside? The restaurant? Yes. But I don't have money." "I have money," Marilyn said, "and I'd like to use it to buy you dinner. Would that be okay?" Lucy stared at Marilyn's hand, then at the restaurant, then back at Marilyn. "Really? Really?" Tears filled Lucy's eyes. Nobody ever asked me inside before." Marilyn knelt back down, looked Lucy in the eyes. "Well, I'm asking, and I'd really love it if you'd say yes, because honestly, I'm kind of lonely tonight too, and I could use a friend." Lucy's face crumpled. She started crying, and threw her arms around Marilyn. Marilyn held her, tight, and started crying too. Two people, both abandoned, both lonely, both finding each other on Christmas Eve. After a moment, Marilyn pulled back, wiped Lucy's tears. "So, is that a yes?" Lucy nodded, unable to speak. Marilyn took her hand, and together they walked into the 21 Club. When Marilyn Monroe walked through that door, holding Lucy's hand, every person in the restaurant stopped. Conversations halted. Forks paused midair, because they'd never seen anything like this. The maitre d' saw them first. His face went pale. "Miss Monroe." Marilyn smiled. "Table for two, please. My friend Lucy is joining me." The maitre d' looked at Lucy. Dirty face, torn clothes, clearly not a 21 Club customer. "Miss Monroe, I'm not sure. She's my guest," Marilyn said. Her voice was steel wrapped in velvet. "Is there a problem?" The maitre d' swallowed. "No, no problem. This way." They walked through the restaurant. Every head turned. Whispers started. "Is that a homeless child? What is Marilyn Monroe doing? Did she just bring a street kid into the 21 Club?" Lucy heard the whispers, started crying again, tried to let go of Marilyn's hand. "I shouldn't be here," Lucy whispered. "I don't belong." Marilyn stopped, knelt down, right there, in the middle of the restaurant. "Lucy, look at me." Lucy looked up, tears streaming. "You belong anywhere I say you belong, okay?" Lucy nodded. "And anyone who has a problem with that can talk to me." Marilyn said it loudly, clearly, for the whole restaurant to hear. The whispers stopped. They reached the table. Sam Shaw stood up, surprised but understanding. "Sam, this is Lucy." "Lucy, this is my friend Sam." Sam smiled. "Nice to meet you, Lucy." Lucy whispered. "Hi." They sat. A waiter approached, handed menus. Lucy stared at the menu, couldn't read most of it. Prices made her gasp. "Order anything you want," Marilyn said. "But it's so expensive." "Lucy, it's Christmas Eve, and you're my guest. Please, order whatever looks good." Lucy looked at the menu, overwhelmed. I don't know what anything is." Marilyn smiled. "That's okay. What do you like? Chicken? Beef? Fish?" I like chicken." "Perfect. We'll get you the roasted chicken, and mashed potatoes, and green beans, and for dessert." Marilyn looked at the waiter. "What's the best dessert you have?" "The chocolate soufflé, miss." "Then we'll have 2 chocolate soufflé." Lucy's eyes went wide. "2, 1 for you, 1 for me. We'll share." The waiter took the orders, left. Lucy sat there, silent, looking around, amazed. "You okay?" Marilyn asked. This is like a dream," Lucy said. "Best kind of dream," Marilyn said. "The kind that's real." Sam excused himself. "I'll give you 2 some time." It was just Marilyn and Lucy now. "Lucy, can I ask you something?" Marilyn said gently. "Okay. Where do you sleep? At night?" Lucy looked down. Sometimes the subway, sometimes doorways, wherever it's warm." Marilyn's heart broke. Again. "And your mom? You said she's gone." She left me 2 months ago. Said she'd come back, but she didn't." "Do you have anyone? Aunts? Uncles? Anyone?" Lucy shook her head. "Just me." Marilyn reached across the table, took Lucy's hand. "Not anymore," Marilyn said. "Now you have me." Lucy looked up, confused. "What?" "I'm going to help you, Lucy. I promise. You're not going to sleep in subways anymore. You're not going to be hungry anymore. I promise." "But, why?" Lucy asked. "You don't even know me." Marilyn smiled. Sad smile. "Because I was you, Lucy. When I was your age. I was you. Orphanage. Foster homes. Nobody wanted me. I know what it feels like to be invisible. To be hungry. To be alone." Tears rolled down Marilyn's face. "And I swore if I ever had the power to help a kid like me, I would. So that's what I'm doing. Helping you." Lucy started crying. "Thank you." "No, sweetie. Thank you. For letting me." The food arrived. Lucy stared at the plate, overwhelmed. "Go ahead," Marilyn said. "Eat." Lucy picked up her fork, took a bite, and closed her eyes. "Good?" Marilyn asked. Lucy nodded. Couldn't speak. Too emotional. They ate, slowly. Marilyn watched Lucy savor every bite, and for the first time that Christmas Eve, Marilyn didn't feel empty. She felt full. But this wasn't just a dinner, because after dessert, Marilyn made a phone call, and what happened next would change Lucy's life forever. After dinner, Marilyn excused herself. "I'll be right back, Lucy. Stay here with Sam." She went to the payphone in the back, dropped in a quarter, dialed. "Hello? Grace? It's Marilyn. Grace McKee, Marilyn's former foster mother. One of the few good ones. They'd stayed in touch. Marilyn, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Grace. Listen, I need a favor. A big one. Anything. There's a little girl, 8 years old, homeless, abandoned. I found her outside a restaurant tonight." Grace was silent. "Grace, I know this is last minute, but can you help? Can you find her a place? A foster home? Something?" Grace sighed. "Marilyn, it's Christmas Eve. Everything's closed. Social services won't be back until the 26th. Marilyn's heart sank. So what do I do? I can't just leave her on the street. Where is she now? With me. At the 21 Club. Grace paused. Bring her to my house. What? Tonight. Bring her here. She can stay with me until we figure something out. Marilyn started crying. Grace, are you sure? Marilyn, you called me. You cared enough to call. That little girl is lucky to have found you. Now bring her to me. We'll take care of her. Marilyn hung up, wiped her eyes, went back to the table. Lucy, pack up that souffle. We're going on an adventure. Where? Lucy asked, nervous. To meet someone very special. Someone who's going to help you. An hour later, they arrived at Grace's house in Queens. Small, warm, decorated for Christmas. Grace opened the door, saw Lucy, and immediately knelt down. Hello, sweetheart. I'm Grace. Lucy looked at Marilyn, scared. It's okay, Marilyn said. Grace's family. She helped me when I was your age, and now she's going to help you. Grace smiled. Come inside. It's cold. They went in. The house smelled like cookies. A small Christmas tree stood in the corner. Presents underneath. Lucy stared. Is this your house? It is, Grace said. And starting tonight, it's your house too. At least for a while. Lucy looked at Marilyn. You're leaving. Marilyn knelt down, held Lucy's hands. I have to. But Grace is going to take care of you. And I'm going to visit. A lot. I promise. You promise. I promise. Lucy hugged Marilyn. Tight. Thank you. For everything. Marilyn held her. Thank you for trusting me. Grace showed Lucy to a bedroom. Clean bed. Warm blankets. Toys on the shelf. This is yours, Grace said. Lucy couldn't believe it. Really? Really? Marilyn tucked Lucy in. Sat on the edge of the bed. Lucy, I want you to remember something. You are not invisible. You are not worthless. You are special. And you deserve good things. Okay? Lucy nodded. Crying. Happy crying. Merry Christmas, Lucy. Merry Christmas, Marilyn. Marilyn kissed her forehead. Left the room. Downstairs. Grace was waiting. Thank you, Marilyn said. No, thank you. For seeing her. For caring. What happens now? I'll call social services after Christmas. We'll find her a good foster home. Maybe adoption. She's young. Good chance. Marilyn nodded. I want to help. Financially. Whatever she needs. Marilyn, you don't have to. I want to. Please. Grace smiled. Okay. Marilyn left. Drove home. Alone. But not empty. Full. But the story doesn't end there. Because what Marilyn started that Christmas Eve created a ripple that's still felt today. December 26, 1958. Grace called social services. A social worker came, interviewed Lucy, started the process, and Marilyn kept her promise. She visited, every week, brought gifts, books, clothes, spent time, played, laughed, and slowly, Lucy healed. January 1959. A couple came forward. The Thompsons. Good people. Wanted to adopt. They met Lucy, and it was instant love. We'd like to adopt her, Mrs. Thompson said. Lucy looked at Marilyn. Is it okay? Marilyn smiled through tears. More than okay. It's perfect. February 1959. Adoption finalized. Lucy Thompson. Official. Marilyn was there. At the courthouse. Crying. Happy crying. Thank you, Lucy said, for everything. No, Lucy. Thank you. For reminding me why kindness matters. But Marilyn didn't stop. That experience changed her. She started donating to orphanages. Anonymously. She visited children's hospitals. No press. No cameras. Just Marilyn. And sick kids. She created a fund. For homeless children. For foster care. For adoption services. All because of one Christmas Eve. One little girl at a window. And 67 years later, Lucy Thompson, now 75 years old, finally told her story publicly. And what she said made the world cry. Lucy Thompson, 75 years old, interviewed on TV. Mrs. Thompson, people know you as a successful teacher, author, advocate for foster children, but they don't know how you started. Lucy smiled, tears in her eyes. December 24th, 1958. I was 8 years old, homeless, starving, standing outside the 21 Club, staring at food I couldn't have. And then Marilyn Monroe saw me. The interviewer gasped. Marilyn Monroe. Yes, she came outside, knelt in the snow, asked my name, invited me inside, bought me dinner, and changed my life. What do you remember most? Her eyes, Lucy said. She looked at me like I mattered, like I was visible. For the first time in my life, someone saw me. And after dinner, she took me to Grace McKee, found me a foster home, then adoption. The Thompsons, best parents I could ask for. Did you stay in touch with Marilyn? Lucy nodded. Until she died. 1962. She visited every month, sent letters, birthday cards. She was my angel. What would you say to her now? Lucy broke down, sobbing. I would say, thank you
Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for caring. Thank you for showing me that one person's kindness can change everything. The interviewer cried too. The camera crew cried. And you became a teacher because of her. Yes, Lucy said. Marilyn taught me. If someone shows you kindness, you pass it on. So I became a teacher, focused on at-risk kids, foster children, the invisible ones. How many kids have you helped? Over 40 years, thousands. All because of one Christmas Eve. All because Marilyn Monroe saw a little girl at a window and decided to care. The interview went viral. 50 million views. People cried. People donated to foster care. People started looking for invisible children. The Marilyn effect. Today the 21 Club is closed, but a plaque remains. On December 24, 1958, Marilyn Monroe saw a homeless child at this window. She invited her inside and changed her life. May we all see the invisible. May we all care. Every Christmas Eve, people gather at that window, leave flowers, notes, donations, in memory of Marilyn, in honor of Lucy, in hope that we'll all see someone invisible and choose to care. Lucy Thompson is 75 now, has 3 kids, 7 grandkids, all because Marilyn saw her, and every Christmas Eve, Lucy stands at that window and cries, "Thank you, Marilyn. I'm still here, because you saw me." But on Christmas Eve 1958, she gave life to a little girl, to a teacher, to thousands of students. One act, one moment, one decision to see the invisible. That's immortality. 67 years later, people still cry. Not because it's sad, because it's beautiful, because it proves one moment of kindness can echo through generations. Marilyn saw Lucy, Lucy saw thousands, and now, we see Marilyn, not as a sex symbol, as an angel,